Hi everyone, I appreciate your interest in learning option trading. This video gives you the best way to learn option trading, but you should be prepared to follow these 4 powerful steps. Myself Murugan, I'm a SEBI registered research analyst. Happy to present this video from EQSIS. By any chance, if you are existing subscriber to our channel, you must be experienced with some of our advanced topics on options. But this video is not to explain the concept, but to give you the way to understand the options in a very systematic way. And it is primarily meant for a beginners. But even if you have some trading experience, why not you can spend a few minutes to understand this way of learning options. And if you find it really appealing, you can even refer to some people, because we find a lot of beginners don't even know where to get started. They see some videos, they went through some blogs, and they figure out some concepts and they start confusing themselves and they lose a lot of money out of trading. So we thought of providing a complete solution. So if you visit our website, now we have a couple of training programs which takes people right from the scratch with respect to options and makes them to feel pro as they complete the program. And it is a matter of just a 1-day program for a beginner and another 1-day program for a quantitatives, but we have about close to 30 to 60 days of practice. So put together makes people to feel better. But this video now gonna give you the methodology by which we follow so that your learning curve is much better than other people. So I hope you have the patience to get started. Let's get into this video. When you decide yourself to learn something, it is always good to learn from the basics. Remember, when you start learning the options, you may have some trading experience in equity market, but the option trading is entirely different from the equity trading. So don't hesitate to start from the basics. Sometimes the terms such are maybe quite familiar to you, but be patient enough to follow all of these contents. Even if it is repetitive, never mind it, just have a patience, because it makes your understanding better. And there is a reason why to learn from the basics, because at times when we explain the concepts like MTM, physical settlement, cash settlement, it looks more operational, but believe me, the solid understanding on these terms may be helpful at a later stage, like when you manage your trades, when you understand your quantitatives. So that's what we say, a solid understanding on basics helps while learning the complex strategies and quantitatives bit later. Otherwise, when you get into a later stage, you think about revisiting the basics. So always remember, give some importance to the basic stuff. There are a lot of terms you should be really comfortable about it, like derivatives, futures, call, put. It's not that call options always makes money when the price goes up. You should know how are these really makes money, why people exercise it, when people not to exercise it. Settlement, I think year before hardly people talks about settlement, but now we have both physical settlement and cash settlement. But when you understand the settlement, there are a lot more analysis can also be done using the settlements. Expiry plays a crucial role when it comes to option pricing. Am I right? In the money, at the money OTMs may not be much relevant in terms of deciding the strategy, but these are all the familiar terms people use it. So the moment you get comfortable with the terms, you feel that you half through when it comes to your learning curve. So remember, don't underestimate the understanding of these terms. So don't get compromised when you actually learn these terms if you don't get the funda. So make yourself really comfortable for the root terms. That's why we always urge people to start from the basics. And the moment we get into it, and it is a general principle, anything you learn, okay, you should have a purpose in front of you. So to stay focused, identify your learning objectives and goals. It means you need some roadmap, what exactly you're trying to accomplish. So set your objective more precise. I understand everyone learn option trading to make money, no doubt about it. But it will be great if you know especially what you really want to achieve by learning option trading. Be it equity traders or option traders, scalpers, arbitrage, everybody wants to make money. But why are you coming here to learn options? Let me give you some example as well. With solid understanding of options, you can take part of options strategies, because you can even be an option trader, right? You can form a bull spread, you can form a straddle, strangle, iron condor. Let me tell you one thing, these are all very popular names exist, but you need to know how these strategies works behind the screen. because sooner you understand these strategies, you can develop your own strategies that gives you the ability to customize the risk and returns. People trade in options just to make sure that they find a better returns for the risk taken. So it gives you the ability to customize it. If you don't even understand what I'm trying to convey this, then your understanding of options is not great. So remember, you can decide what sort of risk to be taken, what sort of returns you're looking at it. Doesn't mean you are right or wrong, but if you don't have returns over the risk is in your favor, then you will not be able to succeed in the long run. So make sure that you understand the risk adjusted returns. And the second interesting ways of learning options, the reason why people they learn options is to understand the quantitative data. Like if you know option trading really well, then with the help of data such as volumes at derivative markets, open interest at derivative markets, like discounts and premiums with the derivative markets, with all those quants, you can even understand the current market trend. So that's why we say, when you decide to learn option trading, you make up your mind what you really want to achieve. Do you really want to form strategies so that you optimize your returns, or you really want to use the quants to understand the market direction? Both is achievable, accomplished using this particular program. Let me tell you how our training program is really being structured. So I just for a moment I'll take this website. Okay, let me actually get into this. I'll just take a Chrome here, and I just go to EQSIS.com. If you visit our website, we have a training program and we have an online training module for option strategies and option chain analysis. If you look at the first one, which is option trading strategies, let me zoom a while so that it becomes much easier. Option trading strategies. Okay, option trading strategies gives you the understanding of various strategies so that you can dynamically pick up the one which suits really good for the given scenario. And by the way, before you enroll any training program, make sure that you're convinced about the flow of content, make sure that you're convinced about the course content and the delivery methodologies and every stuff, so that it gives you confidence to do it, because that's the roadmap of the program. So if you scroll down, let me quickly take you through the course content. The very first thing what we try to explain here is the risk mechanism, because unless otherwise you understand the risk mechanism, learning options doesn't make any sense here. So I hope you understand. Even when you think about learning options, the very first thing you should give importance is to understand the risk, the probabilities and all these stuffs, the money management practice and everything. And then we introduce you with all the terms. Sooner you understand the terms, it becomes much easy for us to convey the concepts to you. So the terms are basically a kind of language which connects you, me with all other participants. So the very first thing we should make people to understand is the terms. The jargons separate people. So we make it much easier to understand it. And then we introduce you with some option strategies. Like, there are various strategies makes things much easier. Remember, I can even present you some strategies. Maybe I take a while so that you understand how these strategies, but for this particular video, it may actually get followed up. And then you should know how to debate about the market movement. Instantly, you should develop some strategies. So these things actually revolves around the trading strategies. If you see that, we were just revolving around the trading strategies. We were not focusing anything on the market analysis. It means by learning option trading, we are not going to judge the market. We are going to use the opportunities which exist in the market. But there are other ways you can use the option markets. I mean, the data which are we getting it from the options can be helpful to understand what market participants were expecting the near term. For that, we call that as a quantitative. I think for that, you people have to go to option chain analysis. You may be familiar with, some people may be familiar with option chain analysis, max pain analysis. So those concepts may come under the option chain analysis, the FI open interest analysis. Okay, what are we trying to achieve by doing that? We are not going to form strategies. We are going to understand what market is expecting from the near term. So let me summarize it from here. When you learn options, make up your mind what you really want to accomplish. That's why I call it as a roadmap, and you stick to it so that you stay focused and you can really accomplish what you really want to achieve. So that is very important when it comes to setting up your learning curve. The third important thing, learn by doing it. Remember, options, the strategies, when you read through books, it looks so impressive. But when you attempt one or two, it remains with you. You can retain it. And the great thing is, it is not a history. This is something which you can do it. It is so lively. So be curious to attempt it. Don't feel hesitant. By any chance, if you need some infrastructures, you can definitely attempt something. I can show you some strategy builder which can makes your learning curve much easier. You can dynamically form strategies, and of course you don't need a calculator, because you are now looking at into option strategies. Now let me give you that experience as well. Okay, let me take our a strategy builder so that you feel slightly better. Let me log into this. Of course, if you wish, you can even register yourself. Okay, let me share all the relevant links at my comment section, so that in the description box, so that it becomes much easier for you to find the link. Okay, now by this time I'm talking about trading strategies. I will also explain about posting views. Okay, now look at this. When it comes to set up the trade plan, let's say I have some neutral view in the markets. Okay, so or probably when I see someone in the Bharati Airtel, like about 15 hours before Trilaka posted the views, let's put. Okay, now let me give you what impact you get by doing it. When you understand something called bull spread, okay, you get to know that I should be buying a call option like at the money, then maybe out of the money options I'm going to sell it, so that I'm going to have a break even point, and then I will be having a max profit and a max loss. It means it is going to be a max profit, max loss. It will be limited to a given point. But sooner you adjust your the strike price, you get a different break-even points, and you get a different max profits and max loss. And sooner you get it closer, then you will be surprised to see that in this case you are making only 5 rupees of profit, risking 4 rupees. In this case you are risking 16 rupees, but you have ability of making 33 rupees. But when you adjust, see, theoretically bull spread is a bull spread. But when you attempt once, twice, thrice, you get a lot more understanding it. So remember one thing, anything you learn, try to apply instantly. Never break the flow. But why not you take a space and apply that and then move forward. This is very important while you learn options, because it is not something you learn. You're gonna apply that and you're gonna risk your hard-earned money. So while practicing, you attempt it and see a different dynamics. Now, why not, why bull spread has to be sold? Why not I can sell something like this? What happens? Then you get to know this may not be the interesting stuff, because the payoff chart is completely different. And then you get to know, okay, now this may be a kind of bearish strategy. Maybe it is called as bear call strategy. But when you attempt it, you get a lot more different dynamics of forming those strategies. So I appreciate you guys can definitely do that. And by the way, it is true. Even when you learn option chain analysis, let me tell you one thing, we definitely recommend. So if you go to a dashboard, you see something called post your views, am I right? When you post your views, we always follow a kind of protocol, like, anytime you express your opinion, it should be documented well, so that on the basis of opinion, someone can build strategies, or even you can build strategies, so that in over a period of time, we can relate whether something wrong with the strategies or is it something wrong with the opinion. So when we pass our opinion, we should have the adequate evidences, the facts to be in place. So let's say if I have a view on Infosys, when I pick up Infosys, it pops up with Infosys, and I see the price of Infosys now. I feel Infosys is quite bullish now. I see the price is 1056. Remember, I used the term bullish. It can be derived out of fundamental opinion. It can be derived out of technical analysis through a price actions. But when you learn option trading, there is another way to say that, by understanding the derivative market analysis, maybe through various option chain analysis, So don't hesitate to try as many option chains as possible. Of course, you guys can actually go to EQSIS.com, and if you get into it, there is analysis, and we have something called option chain analysis. If you click here, of course, there is the animated charts. As every day when it progresses, the built-in open interest is also gets populated. And of course, if you go to analysis, there we have NSE option chain filter. If you get into this particular one, it actually presents you a various companies with the support, resistance, and lot more interesting data is available. But this video may not cover all the aspects, but we have some relevant videos been already posted. Now I'll just take you through. There are some videos been already posted in our YouTube channel. Now if you get into EQSIS, okay, we have a lot of videos with respect to Max Payne theory, option chain filters. There are a lot of videos being already presented, so I'm sure you will find a way to learn that concepts as well. But with all this understanding, you should figure out how to write the support and resistance. Now for a quick info here, if I click here, you see 1,000 call hold the maximum open interest. Okay, it means at 1,000 we see there is a resistance, so now it is trading, okay, trading above resistance. So when I say the support, it is also around 1,000 rupees. So the support is around 1,000. And of course, I can figure out the resistance by looking at the trading range, which is 93 points. So 93, it means I can say 1,100, and the target zone is around 1,000 to 1,100. So that is what I'm expecting the market to be around 1,100, and the broader range. Okay, now because the price is around 1,056, so I'm expecting the market to be around 1,030 to 1,000. Okay, now when you document something, it should be logical, am I right? When the market is 1,056, if I say the target is between 1,000 to 1,100, it looks I'm so neutral. So if I say I'm expecting the market to be 1,080 to 1,100, it looks so logical. Okay, now I don't want to get diverted from this video, but by the way, the point is have a habit of documenting it. And when you document it well, it makes it much easier to refer it bit later. So why do you think so? Of course, I'm looking at all option chain analysis. If you see bullish breakout, anything for that matter, but do it properly, okay? And for that, you should learn all of these things. So I think when you go through such portal, even that makes your learning curve much better. I strongly recommend people to go through organized or a formal training once instead of learning in an unorganized way, because in a way a lot of myth gets catch up, and that actually troubles when it comes to exercising your trades. Because when you really want to trade from a longer term perspective, your conviction over your system should be really good for that. Okay, and of course you guys can submit it. So that is one in terms of building strategies. So don't hesitate to learn by doing it. Okay, at last, the very important thing is review yourself. See, learning option trading is not the one-time activity. If you document your activities, it helps in discovering various ways to optimize your a skill. It helps you to understand the subjects in detail, and of course that is vital for someone to be successful. So let's document it. Let me tell you one thing, documentation process is something which is widely missing among the option traders, or in fact as stock traders I can say. But as far as the options is concerned, I hope you might have seen now, myself, if I get into it, now if I go to this particular one, let's say if I get into set up a trade plan, I can in one shot I get to know that these are all my views being posted. So when I have a good number of views posted, then over a period of time market will say which turned out to be good, which turned out to be wrong. Remember, anywhere you lose money doesn't mean the opinion is wrong, because the market outcome is out of probability, not out of certainty. So I don't feel bad when I lose money out of market, but I should make sure that the logics were in place. So even if I'm right by 60 times, I'm happy about it, but you should know that you're right by 60 times. For that, a documentation helps you. Remember, there is a way to make money even if you're right by 30 times. So don't feel bad that you're right only by 30 times. But the point is, you should know that you're right only by 30 times. You are someone who's getting right closer to 30 times. Then you can form strategies accordingly. You can be more conservative strategy developer than very aggressive. In a way also you can sail through over a period of time. So to understand all these things, you need a lot more understanding on your risk, returns and all the chapters. So don't feel bad if you don't understand the content here, but try to appreciate the flow of content. So to begin with, you should actually, okay, to begin with, if I put it like, you should always start from the basics, make sure that you understand the terms, and then understand the roadmap, what you really want to accomplish. Okay, you wanted to learn the strategies, or you wanted to use the, a market analysis. Then at last you get into have a habit of doing while learning. Okay, and remember, it is not a one-time activity. Keep reviewing it, and you should take part of online discussion. And that is the reason why, if you look at our training program, okay, if you look at our training program, if I take you through a training program, you may be wondering, why this 4 weekend discussions. This weekend discussions enable our participants to interact even after the training program, so with the same trainer. So after you complete the training program, when you start practicing, you get a lot more questions, okay? And when you really apply your skills on the live market, you get a different perspective and a lot of practical difficulties. So through a weekend discussions, that gives us a way to fix a lot of problems. So that is the reason why we do have a weekend discussions followed by that. But be it anywhere, even you try to take part of some forums, groups, but make sure that they have a common mind to interact well with you people. Okay, so review yourself, which is a very important thing. Hope you got some reasonable understanding in terms of the ways to learn option trading. So I hope I've spent some reasonable time with you people, and if you find this is something which is quite interesting, why not you can actually share this video, and in a way that it helps some beginner to catch up, and of course that motivates us to come up with some quality videos going forward. And if you like this video, why not you represent yourself by clicking the like button at the below sections, and of course any relevant content I will be posting it in the description. But if you find something missing, and do express yourself in the comment section. And why not you guys can visit our website if you find it interesting. Make use of it. Thank you.